Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well. For this video I'm just going to be talking in the background while I clear through Arena 20, or excuse me, Tier 20 in Arena. You can always mute me and just enjoy the gameplay by itself if you want. I'm basically just going to be talking about Fire Emblem Heroes, basically, and choose your legend, just recent stuff that's happening. To start, I just want to point out that the hero that I'm using for the bonus is Tana, which I called earlier. That shoots me basically amazing, and then right now she's considered as plus tier because of her C ability and her overall stats. And yeah, she really is amazing. I was really glad when I rolled her. I was going for her. The first time I actually rolled that pack, I got 5-star Evil on my first try. Which, I mean, I guess is alright. I still have him around, but I'm planning to use him for something that eventually needs Brave Lands. The Tana I'm using right now, I gave Fire Sweep Lance by giving up one of my Roderick's. And I really like this set. It's recommended on the Wikipedia, Gamepedia thing. And I would actually highly recommend this set as well. It's something that I would have chosen as well. Maybe Brave Lands would have worked as too, but considering how high her speed is, she'll basically double anything. But yeah, she's basically just incredible. I love her. And just going up against this team, I have to point out that Amelia is also amazing. I mean, she has the highest stat total of 173, which is crazy high, and just the mobility that she gives armored units. Oh god, it's just such a struggle now to deal with them. Especially if it's Tana along with Amelia, just movement is just incredible. And not only that, but the additional movement that you get also doesn't apply to like forest and stuff, so you can see that I'm still within range even though they have to go through the forest area. So yeah, great ability. I'm pretty sure she isn't that highly ranked right now, which, I don't know, I think she should be a little bit higher than when she is right now. This was definitely a very hard match, this particular one with all the armor units. And, well, you'll see how I eventually managed to pull out with no deaths. I would be using a full armor team along with my Tana, except the only 5-star armor unit that I have is FE. I didn't bother to level up or rank up my 5-star my Zephiel, and I also didn't get a Hector out of the hundreds of times that I've tried to roll for him. And so I'm probably just never gonna get him. So Tana works really well with the armor units, but she works well with infantry units as well. So I'm fine with how I'm playing with her right now. But that's enough about that. The big news is choose your legends. I'm really excited about that. There's like a 95% chance that I'm gonna use Lyn. I mean, she's the first cavalry unit that has a bow, and just her B ability, just, along with her weapon, makes her pretty ridiculous. Like, she's gonna have to have some pretty poor offensive stats for me to not want to get her. Of course, all the other units are amazing too, especially Ike as well. It would be great to get him as well. He's also a good choice, basically. Though I would personally say that Lyn is better. Though that's maybe just personal bias. I also like Roy and Lucina. Great characters, but I just don't think they're. I don't have a use for another spirit unit now that I have Tana. I also have like Lady Hinoka and Effie and Cordelia, and just I've been getting a lot of blue units lately, so I don't want to have to just go for Lucina, considering she's another lance unit. I'm really low on axe units, which makes me really want to get Ike. But at the same time, Lyn just looks like she's gonna be absolutely amazing. And then Roy, I don't know. It just when I saw his description, it was just like it didn't really seem to me like he would be super amazing. Of course, my hope is that I get all 4 of them when I roll for them. I have 80 right now, 80 orbs. I'm gonna hopefully reach 100 by the time that comes, or that banner comes in like 2 days from when I'm recording this. There's almost no doubt in my mind that both Ike and Lynn are gonna be at least S tier. I'm not too sure about Lucina and Roy. It's gonna depend on their stats. I mean, it's gonna depend on all their stats, but I think it's almost a given, just given their B abilities and their weapons for Lynn and Ike. Similar to how Tana is essentially S+, just mainly because of her C ability, but she also has great stats. Fastest flyer, along with Claire, I think. I think she's speed ties with Claire, but she's much stronger as well. But other than that, also, I'm really excited for the September month for Fire Emblem. There was a lot in August, and I'm glad that they made an announcement that basically just said what everything was that was going to happen. Definitely helped me figure out what I wanted to do with my orbs and how I wanted to spend my stamina potions. Still have like 100 of them. I used to spend it all on whenever SP, whenever they had the double SP events, but since they do that every weekend now, I don't see much of a point in it. But I am really glad that they did that, because it helps the newer players catch up with all that skill inheritance. You're gonna need a lot more SP available, and just having that every weekend, the option to do that every weekend is amazing. So yeah, also looking forward to September. The event, not the event, the new Gauntlet. The Gauntlets aren't exactly my favorite events. I really enjoy Tempest Trials for like the first week, but I wish they shortened it a bit as well. But just having it go on for 2 weeks is just too long, and I get bored of the maps. It just becomes completely repetitive. And usually for the Grand Hero battles, or whenever those special maps come out, I usually complete it, I complete it within the first day, so it doesn't provide too much excitement for me usually. I'm eventually gonna have to figure out some way to spend those 100 potions, or those 100 stamina pots. But yeah, that's basically all I really wanted to say about Fire Emblem and Choose Your Legends. This was also very... just going back to the gameplay real quick. This was also a very interesting fight. I don't know, Reinhardt with drawback is just really confusing, because I don't know exactly... It's really hard to predict what his exact moves are going to be. Obviously this team is geared towards taking down teams that are primarily blue or red, or primarily red with some blue, and basically any red units that you have are going to be mostly useless. It's kind of similar to what this team is meant to take on, but I am able to manage to pull through. It takes a lot of work for this particular match. My main objective was taking down Reinhardt, or finding a way to get within range of Reinhardt so that I can take him down, while still maintaining safe distances between all my other characters, or my other units. I guess I should also say that I moved back into college, and this makes it a lot harder for me to figure out good times for me to be able to record. I do like to be kind of quiet. I don't want to do it in the presence of my roommate, since I now have a single, and also, in case you couldn't tell, my voice is pretty quiet. I also want to respect the other people living in my apartment. But I will try to upload as often as I can.
Shall we?
And then, yeah, we'll go from there basically. I actually wanted to be able to upload my arena kind of process before, but I didn't really get around to it, and then I got to tier 20 and I was like, oh, this is a good point for me to start doing this halfway through it right now. But yeah, I guess some more news about my first couple of days that I've been here. So, my second day of classes, I have 4 classes on my Tuesdays. They're all about an hour each. I only have a total of 5 hours of classes on Tuesday. So basically what happened, it was raining. It was raining this Tuesday, or today right now actually. And so for my first class, it turns out today was the first day they decided to block off a parking lot by my school. And that's my main way of getting to class. So basically, it's on 6th Avenue, and so I have to either go down an extra block to go down to 5th Avenue and then come back, or I have to go to 8th Avenue to get to my classes because there's no connection between 7th to my classes. So you either go from 8th all the way down to, you go up from 8th, which is up on a hill, down to 6th, or you go all the way over to 5th and then you have to come back. So that was the first thing that I noticed that day. And so, just a reminder, this is the second day of classes. So, me and a bunch of other students, we go to the assigned room, and then we get there, and then there's another professor that comes in and says, you guys are basically just in the wrong class. And they're like, what? But our schedule says we're supposed to be in this room. And then somehow somebody figures out, oh no, you're supposed to be over there in that other building. Like, what? This is the second day of school. How is this even possible?
Sure.
But basically, yeah, so we all had to go out in the rain and then go basically 2 blocks over to the other classroom. It would be like, okay, wow, okay. They're in this classroom now. We changed the schedule yesterday. Who would have thunk it? And then we literally stayed in that class for like 10 minutes and then I had to go back to my apartment, do like half an hour of walking for just like 10 minutes of class. And then later on that same day, for my second class of the day, I'm going over to the room, and then I check my phone and it says, hey, class is cancelled. The professor sent it to us 20 minutes before class started. And I've already gone there and taken the 10-minute walk to get to that class. I'm like, what is going on with the school? Oh my god. And mind you, it was also still raining. So that was just like, I mean, I love the school, but it's just quite a struggle. And I can't justify it. We, again, I still only had that first class, so it was like 10 minutes of walking, or excuse me, 10 minutes of class, and in total I probably walked about 15 minutes that day, trying to get to the classes, which I didn't even have.
Tell me.
But yeah. School's great so far, I guess. I don't know. I've been in the same class for like 2 semesters with all of my other classmates because my major's pretty small. And tomorrow's supposed to be my worst day, my Wednesdays. No class on Fridays though, so like on my 3-day weekends. But yeah, so as we approach these last 2 battles, that's all I have to say. So I'm just gonna quiet down now basically, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. But until then, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Quite so.
Sure.
Sure. Yes.
On it.
Minerva. Tell me. All right. Shall we?
Sure.
All right. Minerva. Sure.
Okay.
Quite so. Tell me. Okay. Yes.
On it.
Tell me. Shall we?